Welcome.
Thank you.
This is the first time in Anguilla?
No.
No? Okay. What were your general thoughts of how you thought your team performed today in this particular match?
Based on we're away from home. I think that we give a good account of ourselves. I think we play to our plan, which not to give a good chances and good to the opponent. Yeah, the Anguilla team is a good team also, and they play well. So we really have to play higher standard of football, and that's what we try to do. We try to keep the ball. We try to maintain a good shape, a good balance in the team, and then we try to exploit them from the opposite side.
Coming into this match, were you looking to get all 3 points? Are you satisfied because you're away from home? Are you satisfied with the drawn game?
When you play football, you want 3 points at all times. If you can't get three, you'll be satisfied with the point away from home because it's a World Cup qualifier. Away from home is good, and when you go home, you do what you have to do with your own crowd advantage, with your own field, and I think it was good. But we come for 3 points. We didn't get the three, and we got one, so we're grateful for that.
How did you find the conditions out there?
It was a bit hot for the players for most of the time, and a bit of wind also feels a bit hard on the surface. But both teams are playing in it, both teams are playing it, so we can't say we find it too much difficult for us to play. We try to play.
Leading up to this particular match, what was some of the preparatory work that you did? Were there any practice matches? What were some of the things that you worked on heading into this particular fixture?
I think we just try to play football, try to play decent football, and to see how this team will play. We have a new coach. We know him well. Also, he used to be with us, and we're just trying to play, try to do our part on the field, and see what result come out.
To the players, could you just give us your name and your position, the position that you play on the field?
Billy Forbes, captain, forward.
Atkinson Cadet, midfield.
And you have been representing the national team for how long now?
Since I was really
Since you was
15.
15?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you how old you are now. So how did you view the conditions out there? What because both teams look pretty much even Stevens. If you check the rankings as well, I think you're 3 places above Anguilla at 206, and so I would have thought that it would have been a pretty much evenly contested games. What were some of the things that you thought your team did to prevent them from getting that elusive win that all of us were looking for, or that Anguillans were looking for? Anyone of it? What were some of the things that you did very well to prevent them from at least getting the victory?
I think we stick to our game plan because we're playing away from home. So yes, we want to win. When you get to the 56, 68, 78 minute, we're trying to stay compact as a team and trying to see the game out because we're playing away from home, and we still have to go home in front of our fans and compete again. So I think we come here, we do the job the coaches put in front of us, which is try to go for the win. If not, we're comfortable with the draw, going home. So I think what we did well was defensively, we stay as a team. Going forward, we look good as a team, but we couldn't get a goal. But other than that, we'll take that, work on it, and go home and prepare for the next game.
He basically said everything. We was looking for the 3 points, but we're grateful to get the draw. So when we go back home, we put in the work to get the 3 point and move on. I think both teams played well, even though the condition was a little bit hot and like the field was a little bit bouncy. I think we completed the game plan and look forward to play back home.
So to ensure that you're satisfied with your performance, at least you didn't lose. and it's not like you moving on to. It's not like a zonal competition. It's one match, 2 games, home and away, and then you're out. So you have a good chance, and I'm certainly sure that you're pretty well satisfied with your performance today. And then you have the home crowd with you when you go back to Turks and CAICOS. I want to wish you all the best in your future match, and well done and a good game today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is John Millington, commentator. My question, pretty simple. I noticed in the first half, very early in the game, it seemed very difficult picking up the trajectory of the ball. The bounce and also the grounds seemed to be very soft at one point, and then harder. How did you find getting into the game, settling down?
I feel like we just gotta go with it, we try to keep our head calm. We know the field is bad, so we just try and play along with it. And I think we just try and do our best and execute the game plan really.
I mean, the field is bad for both teams. We try to do the best that we can by trying to manage the ball and trying to have a feel. Because first 15 minutes, we've never played ANGUILLA before. So the game plan is trying to fill them out a little bit, see what they have, and see what we have and what we have to do. But I mean, we can't really complain about the field. It is what it is for both teams. So we move on.
Coach, do you have overseas-based players on your team? And if so, how long were they in for preparation?
With players from overseas, he had come with us for 3 days before with our preparation, and I think we have done well. They've been in the team, so it doesn't matter, when they come and how long they stay to really come and join the team, because they already know our style and our system, and we've been working with these guys for a long period of time. So when they come, they're fitting in the system quite well.
What's the average age of your team? The number 10 look pretty young.
It's 15.
15.
The average age, I think is 20. Go back. I think really he's one of our older statesmen in the team. Mackinson is another senior player. Mackinson's about what, 23, 20, 24, somewhere around that time, and that's the oldest. After that, the rest are 19, 18, 17, 15, and so forth.
In training, how hard it is to get the guys together for training?
It's not hard to really get them together. The guys have been training together for a long while, because even so, we have the younger ones, and the younger ones have been working. Some of them are just come from the under-20 World Cup qualifier that we played in Antigua, and they're in the team, so they've been working together for a long period of time.
My final question, what is your pool like that you have for selection?
It's not a wide pool, but we manage what we have. The pool, probably a pool of say 20, 30 players to really choose from, basically. So, we have two senior players who's out now. A matter of fact, 3 senior players that are out will probably come in later on down the line. So, the pool is not a big pool, but we manage what we have and work with what we have.
All right, Coach, Liz, we thank you, and we wish you the very best going forward. Again, you're walking away with a point from Anguilla, and that must be the best that you, not going home with a loss for sure. And with a number of opportunities that Anguilla could have buried the game, you are still able to go home with your head high. And indeed, it's your turf, and believing that you will have an advantage going into the next round. Again, congratulations and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Broadcaster, my name is Carlton Pickering, broadcaster from KCN Television. The only question I want to ask you, you're standing in the world, your standing. Are you focusing on moving up from where you are presently?
Yes, absolutely. We never want to stay where we are. We always aim for the best, and we always aim for higher heights. So we really want to move from where we are now. We're not pleased with where we are, and I think we have a team that can move move further up in the ranking, and I think we will do so in short order.
So who is before you right now?
I don't remember them off the bat, but there's a lot of teams are in front of us right now, so we just have to, I don't really look at the teams that are in front of us. We just look at what we need to do to get to that level and trying to maintain the level that we need to be at.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there you have it, the press conference with the Turks and Caicos team, management and manager actually, and players. Like I said, and like we would have echoed again, I think you're pretty much right where you want to be. And World Cup, it's who would have won at the end of both legs will move to the next round. And both teams are still in with a chance. I'm certainly sure that Anguilla will be looking to do the same and maybe do better over in your territory. It's now for you to defend. So we wish you all the best and safe journey as you travel back to your destination.
Thank you.
Guys. Yes.
When you're not accustomed to winning. Well, no, when you're not accustomed to winning.
So who will be champion of Angola?
Listen.
His anxiety. They couldn't believe that it's here before me. So they didn't take the minute
Oh God.
and then place it.
This game could have easily been at least a 3-1 full game. Easily.
Because as you rightly said, the ball just went over the ground. It went like this. They have to think about that.
We wish them the best in the return leg. It's going to be harder for us now because we are playing from home. It's going to be harder.
and the closing match against I told you to become the best of us sometime in the fourth or third with the
Would you put that cautious start down to, Anguilla have been at it, eons trying to at least win a World Cup match. So would you put that down to, being cautious in terms of how you start, making sure that you're nice and tight at the back and in midfield? Would you put that down to that slow start as opposed to playing on the front foot because they are at home? Would you say?
Well, history is a difficult thing to address into the results. So I think we didn't have confidence in the first 15, 20 minutes. And as game went on, we built confidence and we started. So it was more, when we look back at our history in terms of results, it kind of takes away shine from what we could achieve.
I'll get back to you in a second. But just to the players, what's your general thoughts on the ranking of Turks and CAICOS? Do you know where they rank?
Yes, they are ranked 3 above us.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's fairly close.
So going into this match, how was the confidence level amongst the guys?
I think he was confident going in. We expected a little bit more, and we know we could have competed for the result. Yes, we did get 1 point, but we have 1 point.
Now, Coach, you would have worked with Turks and CAICOS before. What did you see differently from what they presented to you against Anguilla as opposed to what you would have seen previously?
Well, the strength we discussed, the strength. We look at today, we look at Junior, we look at Raymond, those are the 3 players who will add to the game. And we did organize properly for 90 minutes against these top players from Turks and CAICOS. I was there for a while since 2022, so we had a very good idea that what Turks and CAICOS would bring to the table. It wasn't different than what we discussed. It's just that we need to execute and make proper decisions going forward. Decision making is one of the biggest problems in Anguilla football.
We know you are virtually new to this head coaching for Anguilla.
Mm-hmm.
Your general thoughts of what you would have been onto the players that you have been working with. I think my Mike has gone. And what was the preparation like, the build-up like leading into this particular match?
Right. So since I've been here, I work on a lot of technical ability of players. Looking at the league, that is one of the shortcomings in the league. And when I came here, I work a lot on the technical ability of players. One of the ways we could improve also is our physicality. You didn't see it today in the game. You saw ability, but you didn't see the physicality. That does help to win games. So we shy away a lot, and we wasn't able to win a lot of second ball in the game. And these are the things that make you win and lose games. And then to the end, you see, we got a penalty 10, 15 minutes to go in the game. Somebody had to stand up and be counted, and it didn't work out.
We should have actually won the game. Easy, 3-4-1 possibly.
Yeah.
That's football.
Yeah.
You're still in with a good chance because you mentioned the penalty. Now, from a tactical standpoint, I noticed that number 10 is probably one of your better players, and after the penalty, he was quickly substituted. Was that, tactical? Was that just to ease his mind after having missed that?
No, walking off the field after the game, I wish I had done it 5 minutes before, because I wanted to change from 4-2-3-1 to 4-4-2, bringing on Johnny to help Lamar, because it's always good to get your 3 points at home and prepare far away. Now we had to be more aggressive in going Turks and Caicos and winning away from home. So it was more of, it was already in the tactical side of the game to switch him and go 4-4-2. And so when we had the warm-up taking place, the penalty occurred. And before the game, he was the person putting it left and right into the goalpost. So, you know, I also said we're fortunate, but it was unfortunate.
There was like I mentioned, there was a couple easy chances that could have gone, but like we all know that's the look of the class sometimes.
Well, before I came here, I spent time looking at Anguilla football, the league, the results internationally, and I have realized one of the biggest problems is scoring goals. And it showed today again. You know, people who have been successful, players who have been successful in the domestic league, right? Very, very good at scoring in the domestic league, high up the ladder in terms of goal scoring per game. And when we go into international, they will get the same opportunities and would not cross the line.
Just before I go back to the players, like I said, you have a good chance because I think both teams are evenly matched. Out there today, I think we were the better team. If we can replicate that away from home,
I will.
we should be able to get that 3 points.
I promise you'll get the 3 points. You know how you get the 3 points? Because they will come, they will go push more players forward. And I will play smart and hit on the counter. I will win that game in Turks and Caicos.
You have a plan.
Yes.
But and your overall view of how the whole team performed, strategy-wise, what you would have worked on leading up to this match, give me a general thought.
You know how it has been practice games before the international game. We were very good. We were in Judson Martin Sunday gone, and in the game we had about 75% possession against Judson Martin. Very good. And then today, which it counts most, we don't have the confidence to put on the ball, move the ball, keep good shape. You know, because these are the things I work on leading up to this game. We always know it's a 3 p.m. game. We understand the weather and we put good shape and structure with and without the ball. And, you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't bad, but we had to step up and make it count to get 3 points going forward.
Jermaine, coming to you. How do you feel overall, generally, physical-wise? I know you have been very, studious, astute with the way you been nursing a few niggles and so on, and so you have not been that full throttle, especially in training. How are you feeling today?
I feel a lot better today. I have to give a lot of credit to my physiotherapist, Jenny Richard. She's been working on me, and today I was close. I was a lot better than I was the past couple of days. So I was going into the game a lot of confidence. And I just try to help as much as possible with the team performance.
How confident are you into the next leg that we will certainly move on to the next one?
I'm still very confident. I still believe in our team. I think we could pull off a victory over there. And we can just do it for Anguilla.
Kieran, right? Got it right this time. Well, again, thanks for coming again. Your general thoughts on how you thought the team performed, your own personal performance. Steve, you've done some good things on the pitch. What was the setup like, combination and so forth like here today?
Yeah, I think the team just done the same as we've done last time we came here. We just gave it 100%, and as you can see, every game we're getting better and better and closer and closer. Today was the day. I thought it was the day that we break that curse, but we just got to go to Turks and Caicos. And like Coach said, I think with the strength we're going at now, the momentum, I don't think any team this rank or 10 ranks higher than us can beat us. And we just got to believe in ourselves and keep on pushing and doing what we're doing, because it's going to get there eventually. We can't continue like this, and it won't continue like this. And yeah, I think we'll get there.
Well, I wish you all the best again. Next match is what, on the 26th?
Tuesday the 26th.
Tuesday the 26th? Is that 25th, right?
26th.
26th, okay. Well, we want to wish you all the best, and I'm certainly looking forward to, that victory. And we're looking forward to talking to you again in our next meeting.
Good afternoon, Coach. Yes, John Renton, commentator, broadcaster. Just a few things. Coach, you would have mentioned earlier that one of our problems seems to be decision making. Can you give us in depth?
Okay, I look at the 3/3 of the field: defensive, middle, and attacking third. And I would ask players to what we'll call the safe pass and the simple pass. You understand? Because the simple things is the hardest thing to do in the game. So I ask for the simple pass. And the players sometimes will make that proper decision, but most of the time they make the wrong decisions. Because remember, we have a structure and standard how we want to play. Everybody have an idea when we're in possession and where we're in possession, where all the other players are. That is structure. So we have a structure, right? The guys understand the structure because we were good in St. Martin and we was good earlier in the week against a club team. It's just that today, of all the days, the simple things in the game went out the window.
We have got accustomed to not having possession of the ball in most of our games. And when we don't have possession, we really don't have chances. Today was slightly different because although we didn't have majority of the possession of the ball, we had more, the most opportunities. What was the plan going into this game and going forward? Because we are not playing at home, not in our comfort zone anymore.
Yeah.
And so going to Turks and Caicos is going to be a little more difficult for us. How are we going to pick ourselves up from home without a home crowd?
Okay, so what we have today was a 3 p.m. game, and we understand the weather at 3 p.m. Plus, we have 5 players coming out, if not USA, the UK. So they have to make that adjustment. In Turks and Caicos, to me, it would work first because it's a 7 p.m. game, and that is the time of the evening where the foreigners does normally play at when they're back in either the UK or the US. So the players that we expect to take the game home first, they would be accustomed to the 7 p.m. in the night. So that, to me, it will work first. The weather did interfere with the important players on our team because they're coming out of the UK.
I heard that, Coach. But one of the things that we have to all agree is that it is not that we do not create chances. And even we played at 3 p.m. today, we created chances and had an excellent opportunity in putting this game away. So it is not about chances. And so I'm not sure how much the weather is going to make a difference. Not because we have maybe about 4 or 5 players on the team. That is not majority. And so what we need is a team effort. More so, we need our finishers. It's just a few days to get our heads back up and ready for our second game or our away game. How are we going to win this game away from home?
Well, as I said before, the opponents, which is Turks and Caicos, they will, because this first game was 1 point each, they're at home, they will feel they have the advantage, so they will push more players going forward. If you watch at today's game, they only had 3 players going forward. in Turks and Caicos, they'll push 5 to 6 players forward. So we have to keep good shape and hit on the counter. We had the pace, both through the wings and through the middle, to hurt them on the counter attack.
I heard that, but I'm looking at our defense, and if we are going to, if TURKS is going to push 5 or 6 players forward, it means then our defense will have to be strengthened. And if we strengthen our defense, it means going forward we are going to have less players on the counter.
Not really. It has something in the game called transition. If you watch both teams, the transition was poor. And what I mean transition was poor in terms of when we defending and we win the ball, we are taking too long to get up. So that was one of the main problems. 7 p.m. in the evening, we will add that to our game.
My final question to the team, to the players. Guys, 1-1. How satisfied are you with a point and all to play for away from home?
I think, as Coach said, we've got more to give. The strikers know their job, and I think after today, we're going to look back, reflect on the game, look over it a few times, and we're going to see the patterns and the points that we got, and in Turks and Caicos, we're going to make it right. And I'm sure as Jermaine would say the same thing, like, we've got the ability and the players. Obviously, the time zone and the temperature and stuff like that plays a massive deal, and that's an effect on players, footballers. So we have to be accustomed to it, deal with it. It is what it is, sort of thing, and I think we'll go and get that win.
Yeah, I think it creates an exciting game in Turks and Caicos. Definitely looking forward to it, and I believe in the boys and stuff. I still believe that we can do it.
Well, guys, coach, players, I wish you the very best. Again, it could have been a case where we would have been going to kick Turks and Caicos on the back foot, so to speak, with 0 points and having all to play for. But no, we still have something to play for indeed, because with 1-1, a victory there is going to mean that we will be going forward. And so I take this opportunity to wish you well, safe flight there, and make us proud.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carlton Pickering, KCN Television. There's only one question I have to ask. And Coach said about the simple things was not done.
Yes.
How or what mechanism and what strategy you have to make the simple thing done in Turks and Caicos?
One word, repetition. And when I say repetition in terms of in the next few days, we do these simple things over and over and over. It's the only way you could get players to improve. Football is all about repetition, and it's the only way you could get them to improve. So repetition will allow us to do these simple things much better. Because tactically, we're not bad. Structure-wise, we're not bad, right? Because in the past, even if as we throw all those chances, a goal or two might have scored against us. So it says to me that something's working. We just had to get these simple things right, especially not in the defensive third or the middle third, in the attacking third.
Thank you very much. All the best to you and the team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, Coach.
Yes.
And team. I observed that the attacks started at the defense number 4. That's my observation.
Right, Luke, right. Good.
Right.
Luke Paris.
Okay. But after a while, he got tired. Also, the opposition noticed that he was the main man to start the attack, and they began closing down early.
Yes.
So I guess that is one of the things we have to
address.
Yes. Going forward. And also, in my opinion, as forwards going forward, you have to shoot to the goal once you get a clear chance.
Yes.
You cannot, as we would say in my old time, chick the ball, give a beat, give a beat. Once you get it clear, shoot to goal, follow up. And by doing that,
Or hand off the responsibility.
pardon?
Or hand off the responsibility.
Right, right. And in the following up,
Yes.
sometimes in the following up, the goalkeeper will make a mistake. And you're right there, like Messi, just stop it.
Yeah.
So, all the best.
Thanks very much.
Well, in essence, as we just round the wrap, it's 2 games anyway. Whether you would have won today, you would have still had to beat the TURKS and CAICOS and win again.
Correct.
Because we have seen how away home and away games have gone. We've seen it across the Champions League, across all. We listened to Jamaica was 1-0 up until the last minute of injury time, and actually lost the game going into extra time. So, like we said, I think 3 places above 23 points difference, you're in it with a very, very good chance. And like I said, if you can replicate what you did today, we will be at least shouting the praises of the first time ANGUILLA would have won a qualifying match, because we have been quite tough. So we wish you all the best, and we're looking for good things
On Tuesday.
Good news on Tuesday.
Thanks very much, guys.
I want to thank legal postman, Lauren Live, Casey, and the work for bringing this coverage, and what we do in ANGUILLA for carrying our live broadcast. We will be with you again shortly. That's it.
Well, you want to get to the airport when you come back.
You see the man to the right of you? I just do that what I want on a Sunday morning.